folks, here we are. Welcome. I would like to thank Miss Angela Allen for being here today on WEETV. How are you doing today, Angela?
I'm doing great.
Doing great.
Glad you all have me here today on WEETV.
On WEETV.
Yes.
All right, now, so let's take it from the beginning, Miss Angela Allen.
Okay.
You've had an interesting upbringing. Can you elaborate on what it was to be you coming up as a child?
I was the only child for a good while.
Okay.
Maybe that it can explain my personality to this day. I was spoiled, rotten. I was the only child on both sides of the family, my dad and my mom's.
Okay.
Pretty much till I was about 11, 12 years old. Other than that, once the other siblings came along, started hitting some rough patches in life.
Well, how many years was that where, you had other siblings that come along? How many?
11.
11 years apart, okay.
Yeah, 11. Yeah. 11 years apart. My dad and mom stayed together till I was about 2. And then they split. I'm the first, everything. First child for the both of them. First grandchild on both sides.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where was your upbringing at? Because I don't know.
Uptown, Northwest.
Washington, D.C.?
Yeah, Washington, D.C., Adams Morgan.
Okay.
I lived around the corner from the skate rink from Calorama.
Okay.
Yeah, we had everything up there. We had Calorama skating rink. We had the Ontario Theater. We had the Golden Dome, which was downtown, but we had another arcade right there on Ontario and Columbia Road that we had. We had the Embassy Movie Theater. We had the Boys and Girls Club on 14th Street. We just had so much in the area back then for the youth to do, unlike what they have now, which is kind of sad.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, was your parents strict on you at all? Mother, father?
No, I was rotten.
I
was rotten. I got whatever I wanted.
What's it, Angie Allen?
Yeah, my mom worked for Department of Human Services, and she had a part-time job also too at Hex back then.
Okay.
I never
Downtown Hex.
Downtown Hex.
Okay.
I never wore clothes repeatedly.
Yeah, you was spoiled.
That's how
you was spoiled. What, them 70s and the 1970s?
In the 70s, I never wore my clothes repeatedly.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That was.
My mom was something else.
Great. So, would you elaborate, a little bit on your personality as an adult now? How would you describe yourself as an adult?
I'm a pretty easygoing person. I do have a trigger now that I'm going through menopause. But I'm like my second year into menopause, you all.
Right.
So, but I'm getting better with noticing when I'm going through certain feelings.
Right.
The hot flashes, that's a given. They can just pop up anytime.
Right.
But the emotional part of it, in the beginning, I couldn't decipher what was going on with me, and even during that time, I was like a wrecking ball. To family, friends, I literally ended up having to be by myself, and meaning that whatever I had going on with my family, meaning disarray, and I'm not talking about, good things, all in disarray, with my family and my friends, it really took for me to see that, Angie, it is you, and detect that it's you going through the menopause, because I didn't know at first, I'm having disagreements with family members and friends, feeling that I'm being, what's the word?
I don't want to put no words in your mouth. don't want to say
family.
anal. No.
No, I'm not even gonna say anal.
Okay,
I'm difficult.
Difficult. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Difficult.
Yeah, I was trying to help you, but that
that
you
I
don't
was,
need my help. Look.
Yeah, that I was being difficult. So now that I can understand my feelings more, I'm starting to come back around full circle with the family and friends, and also acknowledging and letting them know what I was going through at that time.
Right.
You know, that it wasn't personal. I wasn't trying to be anal. I wasn't trying to be mean, or or not trying to understand anything. Wasn't trying to make things about me, or whatever. It's a trip. That's all I can say. You look at your moms and your grandmoms or whoever older women that go through menopause, and you look at them like, wow. I understand now. I understand that, and I don't take nothing. I'm taking this ride.
Solo.
Yeah, I'm not taking
cold turkey.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything. No estrogen pills. No nothing. Everybody got these remedies and things of that nature. I am riding it out, free of nothing.
Right. We're gonna get into skating in Colorado and things of that nature, and skating back then, and to the present now. Can you give me a couple of misnomers, that have gotten back to you as far as, that isn't true? Like maybe some misunderstanding or somebody, mixed, they don't really know you. So you might have heard some things that, hey, that's not true.
Okay, it's been 3 things in the skate community that I really didn't feel like I had to justify unless you came to me and asked me yourself. Then I will be more obliged to explain to you, what have you. The first one was that I was mean.
You mean?
Yeah. That I'm mean, and I'm not a mean person at all. I'm a very sweet person. I'm a very versatile person.
Okay.
So, I had a couple of people throughout the years that finally came up to me and was like, I've been wanting to speak to you for years, but you just seem like you so mean or whatever. And I'm like, all you had to do was speak. I wasn't going to bite, whatever. So that was one.
Okay.
2 was people couldn't tell my sexual preference.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, that's something. Give me a little bit more on that.
They couldn't tell my sexual preference because I've never dated in a skating ring.
Okay.
That's 1.
Okay.
2, I had a dear friend named Puff, if anybody know her in the skate community.
Dear friend? Yeah, that was a dear friend.
Yeah. That was gay. So, and we were like, peanut butter and jelly.
Right.
Just because she was gay didn't mean I had to be gay.
Right.
Whatever. I love you regardless for what your sexual preference is.
Right.
So, I had to hear that. Technically, I've been married twice, which, no one would know if you didn't know me.
That's Angie's business.
Yeah, you would not know at all. So I guess that's why they took the assumption that I had to be gay. Because, once again, I've never dated in the skating community. And my dear friend, like I said at the time, Puff, is gay. And just because she was gay, I had to be gay, or we had to be dating. And, people and their assumptions can go a long way.
And that's why I'm asking you these things about things that's not true, but has been a misnomer on a person's character, personality. So it's another reason why we're sitting here right now. But what's the third thing?
The third thing is that I picked up a bad habit.
Bad habit?
Yeah, I picked up a bad habit from I'm gonna say Colorado. The bad habit is going skating, feeling good, some type of intoxication.
Okay, that's like your pre-ritual before you go skating.
Basically. So, with that being said, I used to smoke marijuana. I no longer smoke, people.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I take a sip once in a blue moon. Actually, I still take a sip when I go skating, though. But other than that, people used to speculate what my choice of drug was.
Oh, okay.
you know, and that used to trip me out too, because once again, unless you ask me,
you won't know.
You won't know, you know. And as you know, marijuana is legal here in the district.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? And marijuana has been a choice of drug that's been around for a very long time. It's not something like, you know, crack and heroin and,
nothing
and
hard.
stuff like nothing hard.
It's not a hard drug.
Yeah, so people
it's actually a plant that's you know, come from the earth. So
exactly. You know. So people used to wonder about that, and you know, even years ago, I was like a babe in it, so it would hit me harder.
Okay.
You know, you know what I'm saying? It would hit me harder. So, you know, they just didn't know, you know, but you know, I did, and I enjoyed it. You know, but you know, now I'm older, I'm wiser. You know, there are more important things in life right now going on in my life.
Right.
So I no longer smoke.
And that was mainly when you were going skating anyway.
Yeah, and that was it.
It's like a little ritual that you did with skating.
That's it. That's all.
Enhance your skating and just the experience of just being in there.
Yeah, and not just that. It zoned me out. It was like I was the only one on the floor.
Wow.
You know, or what have
skating.
you. Skating, exactly. Because of course that's my downtime, my time out time, you know, my get away from everything time, you know, my escape from lifetime. So that's what I did.
When did skating become a part of your life?
I have been skating since 1976.
76, okay.
My grandmother took me skating first.
So that's who introduced you into skating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though my mom's sisters skated, who continued to take me skating after my grandmother had took me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, my mom never skated, but all of her sisters did, and my mom is the oldest.
Okay.
And I continued to go with my cousins and my aunts. And that's where I've been groomed, and
So where were you skating at?
Calorama.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that your home rink?
That's my home ring.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay.
it is.
All right.
Yes, it
So
is.
and that's Washington D.C.
That's in Washington D.C.
Okay. Located on what street?
On Calorama Road.
You're a Caloramian.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. Give me a fond memory of Calorama Roller Rink. Just a fond memory, like I know that's some time ago, but
yeah, but I do have some fond memories. I used to love as a child going to the matinees, and they will always do hokey pokey. They always did hokey pokey, and I enjoyed doing that as a child. Yeah.
That's the only one? Give me one more.
As a child, the rest of them was
Teenage years.
well, my teenage years.
Some of them. Early teens.
Okay, my early teens.
Was it Calorama though?
Yeah, it was, because we closed for a minute.
Right.
We closed, and then we opened back up for a brief minute.
I think that was around 91, maybe 90.
Yeah.
So they closed it what year that you can remember?
It was the late 80s.
Late 80s.
Yeah, it was the late 80s when they closed.
Right.
So with that being said, even before that time, with going with my aunts and them, as a kid, all I had was matinee.
Okay.
So when I did go with them on the evening, nights or what have you, I couldn't skate. They wouldn't allow me to skate.
Okay.
Yeah, Wednesday nights they would let me come with them, and that was ladies' night at Calorama.
Right.
And back then, I understood, realizing now, I understood why I couldn't skate, because when I say packed and everybody in sync, when my aunts and them left up out of there, they had dust on their eyelashes from skating.
They had to keep the doors open and everything.
Because that was one of the the dome skating rings in the DMV area outside of Alexandria.
I remember us as kids, a lot of us was into the arcade games and things of that nature. So we kind of ran around in adult sessions while the adults were skating, and we just we ran around, you know what I'm saying, played arcades and things of that nature. That's what I remember.
Well, I thrive. I wasn't into the arcade games. I ate, you know, I love the snack bar.
Such a lady.
Yeah, I didn't do the arcade games, you know. I've always been, you know, the one that sat back, you know, and watch. I just watched because I wanted to skate. I wanted to skate so bad. I just sat back and watched. I didn't really run around. You know, I wasn't one of the fast kids back then. I was the one that still sat. I was there, but I just wasn't one of the fast kids. I sat back in the cut watching. Yeah.
So, what type of career has God blessed you with, you know, in your adult life?
Well, I am a DC government worker.
Okay.
Been on this particular job for about going on 17 years.
17 years. So you plan on retiring from it?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
pretty much.
This is where you're gonna be.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I make some good money.
And that's what I was gonna ask you next. That was a job that God blessed you with that was able to afford you and your family, you know, sturdy lifestyle.
No doubt.
Because growing up in Washington D.C. area, it's kind of rough. It's been rough. I've seen rough, you know, myself. I don't know if you've seen it being a female and all, but I've seen families struggle, you know, to be able to secure a career, to be able to support their family, especially on the man's side. So on a woman's side, I'm not sure. I'm not a female, but...
Well, let me just say this. The struggle is real. I have touched struggle before.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
Back to one of the earlier questions that you asked me.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all forgive me if y'all don't really understand. I got Invisaligns on right now on my teeth.
I couldn't tell.
My speech.
No,
okay.
Yeah,
my first marriage.
Okay.
That's when I became Angie B. Okay. My first marriage.
Angie B.
Yeah. After I was married for like 10 years. And that was a 17-year relationship.
Okay.
Okay. So after that marriage and that separation and divorce, I struggled.
Okay.
I struggled a little bit with my children.
Your kids.
Yeah.
Right. You had 2 kids at the time.
I had 2 children with my first marriage.
Okay. Them your only kids?
Not my only 2. I have a boy and a girl.
Okay.
I struggled after that, you know, and then that was a real hard part in my life as far as even that particular transition, decision, you know, the whole 9 yards, because I like I said, I struggle. Right. I know what struggle means.
You was a single mom at the time.
Yeah.
Single mom, 2 kids, early 20s maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's and living upper Northwest.
Oh yeah.
It's a struggle. It's not cheap to live in Northwest.
It's not cheap to live in Northwest at all. At all, by no means at all.
Never have.
Never have.
I mean, it always has. Let me take that back. It always been. No, I'm sorry. It never have been cheap to live up Northwest.
No, it has not.
And it still isn't. Right.
Correct.
Right.
I believe it's even worse.
Right. Yeah.
Now you really got to be a 6 figure.
Yeah, two income 6 figures.
Yeah.
To be able to live
to live up there, exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
So, you know, so like I said, God bless you with 2 beautiful kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And then after that reunion, I got married again.
Okay.
So this is basically all touching up to like the theories of the skating world, of what people thought.
Right.
And here I am now.
Never knowing.
Right. You know, I done been in a 17-year relationship and marriage.
Mm-hmm.
Then my second marriage, that was a 13-year relationship.
Okay.
That didn't work out.
30 years.
Yes. Easy. I had to get out of that, y'all, because that was going down the tubes.
Right.
You know, you would never think that, you know, after you be with someone for a certain length of time and then you finally make that decision and you tie that knot, that person just drops off.
Wow.
just drops off.
Right.
And it wasn't about children
Right.
at all. I wasn't having any more children.
Right.
And, you know, even as far as him, he didn't want any more children either. So
Right.
it was about us.
Okay.
So with that being said, I can't hold, even though you're supposed to hold your spouse down, your partner down,
Yeah.
but when there's an addiction, and I'm going to tell anybody,
Right.
if you have someone that drink alcohol, they need help. You can't help them. You can't help them.
If and when they get addicted.
If and when they get addicted, that's correct.
Okay.
You cannot help them. They need professional help, and they will have to also to want to help themselves.
Okay.
So with that being said,
That didn't happen in your case.
that did not happen in my case, and I had to get out of
And you
that.
had to make a decision.
I had to make a
Is
decision.
that an executive Angie B decision?
That's correct. That's correct. That is correct.
So, you know, hey, did your kids skate at all?
I tried to introduce them into skating, but they wouldn't grasp onto it the way that I did.
Yeah, it's for some reason, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that particular generation, but my children would not grasp on at all.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't do it.
And you've taken them a few times.
I've taken them. I've spent money on skates.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
when
know
they
that
were
feeling.
younger,
Yeah.
you know. So and
I think my older kids just skated. I introduced them to it, but I think they skated mainly because I love to skate. Which is cool, you know what I'm saying? They still put some skates on and get out there, but they didn't grab onto it like we did, you know?
Yeah, well, mine did. And after they were like 6 and 7 years old, and I seen that y'all just want to play arcade machines and do all that. No. I could take you to a better place to spend some money on that. We come in here to skate, and they just didn't want to do it.
Okay, so I want to touch on a touchy situation. Concerning your boy, I know you say you had a boy and you had a girl. You had a son, you have a daughter, you know. And I want to touch on a touchy situation concerning your son. And I know he had been injured recently, you know, by a drive-by shooting.
Correct.
And, you know, how did that touch you and your family, you know, emotionally?
Wow.
Yeah, I know that's deep. And I know it's a touchy situation, but I just wanted to ask you that, you know.
Well, let me first say this. I would like to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart that prayed for my situation at the time, that did not understand my situation at the time when I was asking for prayer.
Okay.
My son got shot. I lost him. I actually lost him. And I thank God for him, and I thank God for the doctors that saved his life, because we actually did lose him. The night that he got shot, they actually called it the first massacre in D.C. 9 people got shot that night.
Okay.
And my son was one of them. It was 2 fatalities and 2 critically injured, and he was one of the ones that was critically injured. He's still here.
Thank God.
Thank God. Yeah. He has a long road ahead of him, as far as taking care of himself now for the life timeline that he has. You know, for the things that how can I put this? For the things that was damaged in him.
Okay.
The night that I got the news, I was at the skating rink.
What rink was that?
I was at Shake and Bake.
Okay.
Yeah. For whatever crazy reason that night, we got there, and like I said, I normally take a little sip. Didn't take a sip that night.
Okay.
Got in the ring. Didn't feel like putting on my skates that night.
Okay.
And I rode up, with 2 friends or what have you. They put their skates on, and I stepped back outside to get some air. As I'm coming outside, I pull my phone out. I see that I got a lot of missed calls,
Okay.
but at the same time, I'm seeing that my phone started to ring again.
Okay.
They're screaming, your son just got shot, Eve. Your son just got shot. I'm like, what? I'm like, what?
With the music going and everything.
Yeah, but they were screaming
Right.
too. And so at this point, once I finally hear that they're saying your son got shot, I'm like, okay, where's he hurt at? Where
is he?
Yeah. And I just needed to know at that point, because they didn't say he was dead.
Okay.
I just needed to know where he was hit at.
Okay.
So I can know, Angie, calm down some till you get down there.
Yeah.
Or Angie, do you need to continue to panic, but you gonna pray regardless?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just need to know what roller coaster ride that I need to be on.
Okay.
And when they said he got hit in the chest, I lost it. I ran back in that skating ring because I hadn't gone back in the ring yet.
Okay.
I just needed to know, to what severity,
You getting these phone calls.
Yeah.
Right.
So I run back in the skating ring. Wayne, Poochie, y'all, come on, let's go. My son been shot. And me, it was just all black around me. I didn't see anybody but who I needed to see. Grab my skate bag and tell them to come on. That next day, I got so much love from the skate ring because I didn't know that it went viral.
Okay.
Whatever. And I'm so grateful and thankful for that to know that, the people, the love that we have in the skate community.
Right.
But on my way down the road, I'm calling all the hospitals because at that time they couldn't tell me what hospital he was going to.
Okay.
Finally had, found out what hospital he, went to or what have you. Made it there. As soon as they got him there, he went immediately into surgery. I think we waited about 5 hours before they first came out with the first news. To let us know, what was going on, where he was hit at, and what to expect.
Okay.
And at that point, they had to stop surgery because they lost him, and they had to bring him back. And with the first set of news, they also told us that they had to go back in because they had to stop because he was going cold.
Okay.
So his first 12 hours was very critical.
ICU?
Yeah, ICU. This is the first surgery.
Okay.
So instead of them waiting 12 hours, it was 8 hours that they had to go back in. So they did that surgery, and he still wasn't in the clear. He lost so much blood. He lost a lot of blood. I had to sign so much paperwork for them to continue to give him blood. So yeah, I wouldn't wish this particular situation on my worst enemy. It took the life out of me. I wouldn't have, you hear people, loved ones, getting hurt or dying, but this particular magnitude of hurt, your loved one hurt, is unimaginable. That feeling is, when I tell you,
Riverton won't even do that word, do that situation no justice. Like
none.
Yeah.
None at all. None at all. I had to.
No, I was about to say. So today he's doing.
Yeah, today he's doing so much better. Yeah, he has a
process.
Yeah, he's still got a long road ahead of him because he has to live different now. He got to eat different now. Certain things that he can't do anymore.
Right.
So he has a long road of healing and learning now. His body's dynamics now.
Okay. Yeah, but he do have mom's support, dad's support.
Me and dad didn't leave his side. When I tell y'all we lived at the hospital.
Shout out to the dad.
Yeah, dad, he met me there. I called him actually on the way going down the road. And when I told him it was nothing, I could just hear crickets on the phone. I'm like, hello, you there? He was like, I'm here. I said, meet me I didn't call him actually till I knew too what hospital so he can go straight there. Because I know he would have gotten there quicker than I would have gotten there because I was in Baltimore.
Yeah, he was already in town.
Yeah. So we got there and I tell you, that waiting room was like 30 deep. It was 30 deep.
That's all family.
Yeah.
Family and friends.
Yeah,
basically.
family and friends. It was 30 deep, and actually, I just took him to a doctor's appointment just not too long ago, and we actually, well, the doctor seen us first, the surgeon, and she was so ecstatic to see him, and we looking. She was like, I'm the one that did your surgery. Mom, you don't remember me? You passed out. I was like, wow. You remember that? Because the first set of news, when they first came out from the first surgery, I passed out. I blanked out. My daughter stepped up with the questions because everybody was upset.
Yeah.
But my daughter was, take my hat off to my baby girl. She stepped up. I could hear her, but I blanked out.
Yeah, you was out of it.
Yeah, I was out of it.
No.
Or whatever. But yeah. But he actually, once he got out of the hospital, I brought him up to Skate Palace, so he could see all my skate family that prayed for him, and I walked him around with his little cane with everybody, so he can thank everybody, you know, to let him know prayer is real. It's real.
Yes. I remember seeing him there, and I assumed that was him, but I hadn't seen him so long, you know, and I thought about it. I said, well, he fully recovered. I knew that was him without, you know, you even saying it. I just felt good that I could see him actually up and walking around. The cane, you know, to me on the outside looking in, like that's minor compared to what I know you've been through.
Correct.
And if that's the end result, he'll work through that. You know, he's still young, so I'm glad for you. I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
You and the family. I'm glad that you know that he's able to be able to continue his life. You know, because the violence in D.C. and everything that goes on with our community is real.
It's
you know,
it's so real.
It's so real.
It's so real, but it's sad because it's also too like they taking everything away from the youth here in the city. It's they changed the city so much that it's really sad. It's not surrounded around the youth. It's surrounded around dogs, dog parks. I'm gonna be real now.
Yeah, it'll be 100.
Yeah, you know, exactly. So. You know, they have nothing for the youth to do out here now these days like they did when we were growing up. It was things to do. They don't have anything anymore. They're taking everything away. They're making, matter of fact, the Ontario Theater outside like the Calorama is a Harris Teeter now. You know, the Ontario Theater is condos. So, you know, they're throwing condos up everywhere. If you don't fight for what you already have in the city, they snatching it up.
Like it ain't nothing.
Yeah, like it ain't
Well,
nothing.
you know, moving forward, fast forward, you know, we still talking about Angie B or Angie Allen or Angie Love.
I'm still Angie B. Because that's what I was first. Angie B. Angela Bridges, if y'all want to know what the B means.
The B stands for. Okay, so Angie B. You're known to be a part of a group called, you know, a group of females, a group of women called the BBs. You know, where you know, were they there to support you about your son recovering? That's a good question. The BBs were.
Yeah,
okay.
They were. They were. They made sure that, you know, they kept in touch with me to make sure I was okay. Because believe it or not, y'all, during the nature of the situation when my son got shot, he had to be like a John Doe. So no family or friends or nobody, just me and his dad can only see him at the time. So everybody basically was on the phone with me or bringing food up to the hospital for us to eat, things like that. So yeah, the BBs,
that's,
you know.
That's your BB skate family.
Yeah, the BBs held me down, you know, as much as they were allowed to. Because like I said, no one could come in. You know, I've even had a couple of other skate family to come up to the skate rink. I mean, come up to the hospital to come see me. And that shocked me because they came up there unannounced. They didn't let me know they were even coming.
So tell me about, you know, how the BBs, you know, your skate family, your skate crew, skate ladies was formulated. Can you give me a little bit of
yes,
history?
I can.
We're going to talk about some history on how the BBs.
Okay, the BBs was formulated due to the four of us loving to wear the brand BB.
And that's a
BB
designer.
Yes, BB is a designer and a contemporary line of clothing.
Okay.
And at the time, BB had a line called BB Sport. And out of the four of us, I had noticed one year, and because I had the idea. What I did was, I was like, hey y'all, let's go cop this sweatsuit. Because believe it or not, we're all independent. It wasn't like we had to pay dues and things of that nature. Lisa called a color, Shannon called a color, Big called a color. You go get it.
Right.
You go cop it.
Right.
And what we basically did was, we got our sweatsuits off a line.
Okay.
Because those were the more exclusive ones that you wouldn't see in the store.
Okay.
So that's how we created our brand and, came together as the BBs. We were pretty much, like I said, independent women that loved to wear BB. But when it was first formulated, it was a couple of other females that wanted to, which we didn't, mind. But the thing is that we call a color. You gotta
wear it.
You gotta go
buy
it.
First.
You got to go buy it. Yeah. And those sweatsuits, we didn't make BB rich outside of her probably already being rich, because those sweatsuits, the jacket, pants, and top will run you $250 easy.
Easy. Yeah.
Every sweatsuit we had, none of her sweatsuits were cheap at all. Now, BB has discontinued the line. So there are no more BB sweatsuits. There are no more sale of BB sweatsuits anymore. You may find some pieces here and there, like in Marshalls or TJ Maxx or Nordstrom Rack, but nothing of the magnitude of what we have.
When they were full-fledged.
Yeah, when they were full-fledged. So, that's how we came about.
So when you guys came out, at some skate parties and things of that nature, but I want to talk about when you guys came out, you did something different than what any other skate club would do. You guys came out and had your own cabaret style sweatsuit party.
Yeah, we did. It was work. But we did it.
And it was different, though.
And it was different.
Yeah.
Even though everybody didn't wear sweatsuits, but they still, came out and supported.
Right.
But at the end of the day, we wanted to do something different outside of the late night skates and, things of that nature. We wanted everybody to come out in their sweatsuits and party and have a good time. We wanted to do
a lot of the skate fam, that's what you were looking for. Because a lot of other skate clubs or entities or whatever through skate parties.
Yeah, they do skate parties, like late night skates, and we just wanted to do something different, The party came out excellent, but it was work, and I think that's about the only thing that we've done outside of just supporting whatever else is going on throughout the skate community.
You guys had an icon DJ. That DJ that you all's sweatsuit party. Who was that?
That was DJ Stormin' Norman.
Yeah. He's known for?
He's known for his cabaret style of music, and he is an excellent DJ when it comes to that. Right.
Okay. So the BB clothing line, like you said, isn't available anymore.
No.
Right. So what's y'all theme now?
Well, we're still known as the BBs. That's never going to change.
Okay.
It is what it is. You may see us suit up, maybe, somewhere down the line.
Still exclusive.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody has those BB outfits.
Exactly.
And I've never personally seen no one else in the rink put the whole, like you said, top, bottom, and jacket on and skate.
Exactly.
No one else. I haven't seen it.
Well, it's been a female.
I haven't seen it.
I hear you, but it has been a female or two that has in sweatsuit and wore it skating.
Was they skaters or they just came skating?
No, they were regular skaters.
Okay.
So we probably got admirers that just love our sweatsuits and figured, oh hell, let me go to the BB store, you know, because BB was in Pentagon City, out Tyson, so it wasn't like you couldn't go to the store yourself and purchase you a sweatsuit. Right. But like I said, we exclusively, you know, pretty much got ours off a line, so we could be unique, you know, about what we had on when we skated.
So right now, do y'all just substitute your outfits with whatever that may match, maybe?
Yeah, we do switch it up a little bit, but we didn't spend so much money. So if someone's having something and all we gotta do is like call a color in the closet, which one, you know what I'm saying? Call a color in the closet. Yeah. You know, these you got yours in the bin, mine's still packed up. I just gotta go in the bin and pull them out. Yeah. So we have bins of sweatsuits, literally. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're doing real good, Angie. I want you to know that.
Oh, thank you.
You're doing real good. You know. So your take on roller skating going back only 20 years. So I'm gonna say from 2000 to 2020. What's your take on just roller skating, period? Like, give me your opinion on whatever may come to your mind about skating in your area. Or maybe you could talk national, I don't know. But just skating from 2000 to 2020. What's your take on skating, roller skating?
My take on roller skating, I'm just glad that it's still around. Okay, I'm glad that we haven't totally dropped off the map. Okay. Back in the early 20s, it was really heavy.
Early 2000s? Early 2000s?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was really heavy. Our crowds was heavy. The adrenaline was good. The feeling was good.
So 400 or 500s.
Yeah, you know, so we're dropping off. It be one reason or another. You know, it's not as massive or heavy as it used to be now, but I don't think that, and I hope I don't ever lose my love for skating, because that is my outlet. That's my past time, my present time, my new time, whatever time you want to call it. All time.
Yeah, all time.
Yes, all time. So, with that being said, I just hope that, you know, we just don't drop off. I hope we can just stay around. I hope that the ones that are still around, that we can continue to be united and not divided. I hope sometimes that the generation that is skating behind us can understand us a little better. And I think things will be better as well. And I know they want for us to understand them. Right. Whether they realize it or not, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
I think we do.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain we do.
Yeah, we do understand them.
We've been there.
We've been there, exactly. Right. So, you know, with that little clash right there, if we can continue to smooth that out, you know, or what have you, I think, you know, we can stay on the map, you know.
Bridge the gap.
Bridge the gap.
With them. And that all boils down to love and respect.
Basically,
you know, love and respect.
Basically respect the style of skating. You know,
Washington D.C., Baltimore. You know, D.C., Maryland, DMV style skating.
Yeah, period. Because it's just like if we go out of town, let's say North Carolina, of course they skate totally different than we do. Right. You know, which I love going to other states and seeing the other styles and seeing how they have the love as well. But when I go there, I don't go there with the mindset, oh, I'm going to go up there and tear their floor up like I would do at Skate Palace because I'm at home. No, I'm going up there and I'm going to respect their way of skating, their style of skating, you know, and enjoy myself. I'm not going to get up there and try to bogart their floor or whatever the case may be. I'm going to get up there, I'm going to watch, and then, hell, I may try to, you know, do what they do.
Get a little sweaty, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
a little
you know?
energy going.
Get up there and do that little thing that they be doing, you know, or whatever. Skate backwards couples like they be doing,
you know.
All skating,
exactly. You know, it's all skating. So, do you have a favorite song that you love to skate to at all?
Whew.
I know it's a lot of
favorites. I have so many favorites.
I know you get them DJs a lot of
Woo.
music.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I know I probably got on Norman's nerves the most. I used to tell Dirk, look, come on, D, I need you to play this. And he'd be like, Angie, I got you, Angie.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've had my field day with the DJs. They all know me, you know, but I've calmed down, you know.
Yeah.
I've calmed down a whole lot. But, I don't know. That's a hard one, Willis. That's a real hard one right there. Cause I have a lot of. I'm an R&B person.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Woo. There's so many.
Switch.
Show Me Howard Hewitt is one.
Show me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's one.
Switch.
Switch. Yeah. Sailing. I don't care who did the remake of it.
Yeah. You turned me on to the D Word.
With Tony. Yeah.
Tony Braxton and Babyface.
Mm-hmm.
You turned me on to that.
Yeah.
Did you turn Norman on to that?
Yeah, kind of sort. I think he had heard at the same time that I said something about it.
Yeah.
But what me and Norman would basically collaborate on is like old songs, old material of songs, and he'd say to me, "What you know about that?" I'm like, "What you mean? What I know about that?"
I've been around.
I've been around. You know, I'm
around.
a smooth listener.
Yeah.
Even in my car, I don't listen to a bunch of fast music.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I listen to all R&B smooth music.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you got the radio dialed into, huh?
Yeah, my XM is on channel 46. That's right. Channel 46.
Okay, do you have a favorite place to skate?
Right now?
Past or present? It don't have to be.
My past is going to always be Colorado, but my present is Skate Palace right now.
Skate Palace
yes.
right now.
Yes, Skate Palace is.
That's your home.
That's my home. I feel like that's my floor. I feel like that's my floor.
You know what they did to you?
They took my mirror down.
I was gonna say that.
Unfortunately, you know, they got tired of putting money into it from the other sessions. It wasn't the adult session that calls for the mirror to come down. It was the young adults session. They cracked the mirror a couple of times. So.
Oh, that's what you found out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You went back there and asked
Oh,
him,
yeah.
You went back there and asked him what happened to the mirror.
Pretty much. So yeah, so they going, you know, the mirror is a done deal, but it was a nice run though.
Yeah.
Because I know I wasn't the only one, and it was a lot of people, but I know that I was really known for, Angie, get out the mirror before you make somebody fall. And I'm like, ooh, they ain't talking to me. I still be cutting. I sure would. That was my mirror, baby.
All right. Do you have a favorite couple skater, past or present, that you skate couples with?
I must honestly say, for right now, it's present, which will be Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah. No, okay, Wayne for now. In the past, Sean.
Sean who?
Light skinned Sean. I can't think of their last name. Big forehead Sean. I can't think of their name right now. Pretty hair Sean. Oh my gosh.
Hold on. Ponytail Sean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he moved to Arizona.
That was one of
my
was one of my skate partners.
One thing about Sean, I wish he was still here, but the way Sean skate, I think, like you said, it's your favorite couple skater. Man, that he can really do it.
He's smooth.
He is smooth.
Yes.
I wonder if he still got it. Cause
I'm sure he do.
He ain't been skating in a long time.
He came a couple of months ago.
He fly in and hit, you know, here and there, whatever.
Well, yeah, I'm flashing. Excuse me.
All right, let's move right along. So now we talking about skaters and your favorite skaters that you might like to skate couples with. Whoop-de-whoop, dot.
Okay.
And watch this. If you had to choose one, right? Married, single, or it's complicated, which one would you choose?
Wait a minute, go back.
If you had to choose one, I'm giving you
out of two skate partners?
No, we just moving forward. We passed the skate partners, right?
Okay.
We're just saying, if you had to choose one of the three that I'm giving you, what would you choose? Married, single, or it's complicated?
Married.
You choose married. Okay. Hey, that's good. That's good to know. So outside of skating, What do you do for entertainment?
Believe it or not, that's it. I have my grandkids that entertains me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say I'm getting old because I'm not 50 yet. Thank you. I'm still young. Woo! Boo ain't 50 yet, y'all. But I'm approaching it.
Yeah, you're probably
I know people
50.
probably wonder too how old she really is. I am not 50. So I'm in the 45 and over club though, but I'm not 50.
45 or older.
I'm in the 45 and older club.
So do you prefer 25 and older skate nights? 30 and over skate nights?
You know what?
21 and over skate nights?
I would prefer 25 and older. But for real, if they could even up it, I would like that too.
30 and over?
Yeah, 30 and over, I would really like that.
And you know that to be because they're gonna play more R&B.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
And
They're
that's
gonna
what
play music that's more conducive to what we like to listen to.
What you like to listen to?
We like to listen to.
Okay, you say
the 30
we.
and over.
Oh, the 30 and over. All right,
Yeah,
there
not
you go.
just
You classify the people.
We.
I
Yeah.
got y'all. I'm with you. So you classify the people as 30 and over that like to smooth skate, things of that
Correct.
nature.
Yeah.
So you're a smooth skater?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah, you know so.
Yeah, well, yeah, true
No.
that. I do. I am. I'm
You're
a smooth skater. Yeah, I am.
You don't do no, you really glide.
Yeah, yeah.
The BB's, matter of fact, is a gliding.
Gliding, yes we are. We all skate
When
smooth.
y'all link up,
Mm-hmm.
it's 4 or 5 of y'all
Just
and
four.
y'all glide.
Yes we do. We just glide.
That's what the DMV basically, Snap City or whatever you want. I think that's what we kind of became as we got older.
Yeah, because believe it or not, all 4 of us are from Colorado. So
Okay.
that was our style of skating, smooth. That's what Colorado was.
Right.
Smooth skating.
Smooth skating.
Mm-hmm.
In sync.
And sync.
In
Correct.
sync.
Yep.
Mhm. Okay, now, so we're going to close out, and I want to ask you this, When you finally put your skates down, if you ever do,
Mm-hmm.
what do you want the people to remember about you?
Well, I know one thing I don't want them to think or remember is that she was mean and.
Well, we talked about that.
No,
That was a misnomer.
I know.
That was a misnomer. That was an untruth. That's not Angie B.
What I want them to remember about me is that she skated to her own song, her own tune. She kept to herself unless she was messed with.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't bother anybody,
Mm-hmm.
but she just loved to skate.
Mm-hmm.
She just loved to skate, and she was in her own world.
And you love music.
And I love music.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, wow. So this was a great interview.
Oh, thank you.
I'm glad to have you here on WEETV.
Even though we could have touched on it a lot more, but I know we ain't got that much time.
Why we don't? Why we ain't got no more time?
Because I got to go skating.
Well, this gonna be part 1 of Angie B, y'all.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Cause we could definitely touch on some more. We could do a part 2 with Angie B.
Yeah, we can chop up some more. We
chop
really
up some
could.
more.
But
Really
this
could.
is a Sunday night,
Yeah,
and
you gotta get skating.
I gotta
You gotta get ready.
That's correct.
You gotta go home and get that shower in and bathe
pretty
and
much.
put your clothes on and
That's
get your
right.
ritual going. And,
Pretty much.
yeah. Where you skating at tonight?
Skate Palace.
Skate Palace.
That's where I'm at tonight.
AKA?
Crystal Skate.
Okay.
That's
I heard they
right.
had the floor done.
Yes, the floor's supposed to be done over. As far as the wax is concerned.
Okay.
Got a new coat and a wax on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just put up a post because I have been hurt so much on my skates that it's ridiculous.
Oh man, the ambulance had to come get you.
I mean, man, ambulance. My mom, even as a child, that's what I'm saying. We can touch on so much, but I am going to share this part with you all.
Yeah.
My mom used to be so upset. It's probably why she never really skated, because what she's saying I was going through as a child. I broke my left arm at Colorama.
Mm-hmm.
Broke my arm. Broke the left wrist at Skate Palace. Caught a concussion, Skate Palace. chipped my front tooth, skate pilots. I mean, I've been all broke up, y'all, on my skates, and I'm still doing it.
Full-fledged skater.
I'm a full-fledged skater.
Yeah,
I'm all broke down.
You all in, 10 toes down.
I'm trying to
2
tell
feet
you.
in.
And I'm going to skate.
8 wheels.
That's right. I'm going to skate until the good Lord sets me down.
That's
Other
right.
than that,
Yeah.
I'm going to continue to skate by mine.
Yeah. So where you at right now?
What you mean? What you mean?
You telling people you on WEETV?
I mean, I'm coming along. You
Yeah.
know, I'm taking it a little easier than what I, normally would.
But you on WEETV?
Yeah, I'm taking it a little easier though now. All that I've gone through on my skates. I'm more a little nicknoid too. The older I'm getting a little paranoid, y'all, on my wheels a little bit. All that I've gone through with all these injuries that I've had. Soon as somebody knock me or whatever, somebody drop, I make a left. I exit left. Gotta go. I just gotta get off the floor. It just throws me off. So I take heed now instead of trying to be what I want to say. I don't want to use the word bossy, but aggressive on the floor. Because I used to be very aggressive on the floor. So the older I'm getting, bringing it on down.
So we thank for having you on what we on?
WEETV, and Pee-wee TV, WEETV, whatever you want to call it.
Pee-wee's Great Adventure. I like that shirt.
Yeah, this is out to la ha.
I gotta come out of frame for that shirt. Alright, man.
Wait a minute.
What?
This is Atala ha, y'all.
Y'all get the name right. You know what I'm saying?
Atala ha.
The next time we throw a nice outdoors vacation, on a sail, ship, you know what I'm saying?
Somewhere.
Yeah. You make sure we chop it up with Angie B and WEETV.
That's correct.
All right, y'all. Peace. 100.
Peace.
All right, we out.